Namaskar. I'm Kumar Akesh and you are watching Global Governance News TV. Today we're going to discuss about the Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, son of late Hindu Hriday Samrat, Shiv Sainik, and I think the great leader of our Hindutva, Balasaheb Thackeray. And when he was alive, he was totally against the Muslim appeasement, always for the Sanatani Hindutva thoughts and philosophy. And if you see the sign and emblem of Shiv Sena, roaring tiger, you are really tiger. Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray ji. But his son, just for the lust of power, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has destroyed and tried to destroy all ethos, all principles, all works of Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray, and trying to appease Muslim as a vote bank, and it is going to change the demographic changes also. It will affect and impact on the vote politics as well as the all demographic changes. And this is also a matter of concern. On the same pattern, West Bengal is going and trying to be the Delhi also on that verse, how they are trying to include the Rohingya, Musalman and Bangladeshi. And the Mr. Two responsible leader for that, Abu Azmi and Nawab Malik, is the main leader who just trying to gather, trying to just invite, trying to all efforts to assemble the Muslim community from Bihar, UP and other states in Maharashtra in the leadership of Uddhav Thackeray. That the government is due to NCP and Congress also. Whatever Congress has not done, NCP has not done, but I don't know why son of Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray is doing like that. This is a matter of great concern for the country, for the demographic changes, for the appeasement policy, and I think the government of India is led by, government of Bharat led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi should also intervene in this fact. This is also a matter of concern, as well as this West Bengal, Delhi, Rajasthan. Just recently you have seen the great area, the name of the Hindu leaders, the gate were destroyed by the Ashok Gehlot government. And if you go the Jaipur from the main highway, I think 5 years before there was nothing. Now the many masjids has been made, all the land encroached. I don't know how the population would just gathered and the thickly populated area become. There was nothing, no man land was there. If you entered the Jaipur by highway to the city, just like that, and Chhattisgarh also. So how this pattern is going to be changed? Why and what for? Only for vote politics or for appeasement, and what for? This is my question to all of our panelists. I just welcome Vandana Jingan from USA, Chicago, senior journalist, and Anita Chaudhary ji, political analyst from the Bharat, and Ajay Ramola ji, just also where he living in the state of Uttarakhand now. Recently, BJP came again in power, but there is also how the Harish Rawat demanded for the Muslim university and how he tried to protect the rights where the Uttarakhand is called the Dev Bhumi. Why? And just I have seen the Masuri, how they making the ajans, but there is no mandir and no any noise and why? How just the population is going? Why and what for? And what you people, whoever the all just main resident of the area, what are doing? Why not you are just protesting? So start from today, Vandana ji, how just you feel sitting and just all advocate the Sanatan Hinduism, and this is a matter of concern for every Bharatiya living country and outside country.
Namaskar. And when you sent me the message, I had read something somewhere on the WhatsApp chats there has been talk about it, but I didn't get a time to read about it. But this is not something which is new, and we are seeing, they say पूत के पांव पालने से दिखते हैं. His action has been showing from a very long time. We were not able to means conceive this fact because it has been since this is he never came first of all on his own. He came with the alliance of BJP, and just for him to be the CM, that was like, if you just see the history, what I'm going about, and what he has delivered over a period of time, means I am not very surprised. I'm not very surprised by seeing the situation in the other states. He's thinking that this will become his vote bank. And when we talk about Mumbai being the financial capital of Bharat, I think the financial capital should be now, and because there is one very important component, that is the film industry of India, which is world's largest film industry, for people to know, way too big even than Hollywood, like, the number of films they do make. But now there is a switch of gear in that also, because the Noida is getting with the film city, and we are seeing how the people are boycotting the films, like, and these people have harpered, he along with his son. This started like in 2020 when this Sushant Singh Rajput, the murder which has been done, and so people are still very unhappy. And his fan base, because he was not a person who was from Mumbai, he was not a person who was from the fraternity, he was a person who was on his own capability, a son of Bihar, went to Maharashtra and tried his this thing, and you can see the pain in spite of the fact that this has been almost 2 years, but people are upset about, and they are waiting that justice must prevail. It has never taken. There are so many suicides before him also. If they commit, it was a suicide, but nobody is ready to accept that, and the case is still with the CBI. So, iska, we're talking about Uddhav Thackeray. My salute to his father. But even agar, if it would have been possible that somebody can come from where somebody goes forever, and can, I think his father will be the first one to come and slap his son, to be honest. Balasaheb Thackeray, what he has done for Sanatan and what his son is doing. But नाम को डुबो रहे हैं और तो कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ अपने लिए. And but his son is more vicious than the father, the Uddhav Thackeray's son. Uh, and means just see that when you get elected, because there are the partner parties, like, they have the Sharad Pawar's party and then the Congress party. But sorry to say that this guy is not even realizing it. They are pumping him and he becomes the face of it, but the brunt is coming on him because he's sitting on the seat. And this is very alarming, the facts that you have shared. How could that be? Because when you call this is a secular nation, and means like this is a state itself, and you can have, because, and they are not minority anymore. How could this be that a minority, but till how long they will keep playing this victim card by doing this, like, they, and we are not getting any, and means India has to come out and work on, because there are so many changes, Kumar Rakeshji, which has been needed. Like, means every day we pick up one subject. It's painful. I mean, ये कौम को सिर्फ लेना आया है, देश को देना नहीं आया है, to be honest. And I rest my case. Back to you.
Okay. So Anita ji, whatever Vandana said, इस कौम को सिर्फ लेना आया देना नहीं आया, one. But why this Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, son of Honorable Mananiya Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, is doing like that? Only for lust for power, or just something? I think problems just for the making the power stay and sustain to the power. What's the reason behind it? What do you think? As you have covered the Shiv Sena and BJP, Congress, all.
Thank you, Rakesh ji, to inviting me for this discussion. This is a very interesting topic, and I really want to participate in from my core of my heart because uh, when we talk about Uddhav Thackeray, we always remember him and correlate him and connect him with Balasaheb Thackeray. But
Yeah,
हर एक कहावत है कि बापे पुत पिता पे घोड़ा बहुत नहीं तो थोड़ा थोड़ा ऐसा हम ऐसा बोलते हैं बट exceptions are everywhere and Uddhav Thackeray is an extreme exception of this example. Balasaheb Thackeray, the Shiv Sena has formed just for the protection of the Hindu and Hindutva. Balasaheb Thackeray was like a person who was Hindu हृदय सम्राट वो
yeah.
सिंह की तरह गरजते थे but Uddhav Thackeray have you heard any kind of line from him from Uddhav Thackeray side that any time it's not in I have not heard in a single time that he has said that I have to protect my Hindu and Hindutva in this country. This is a Hindu Rashtra. He has never said because he is not like his father. He is totally contrast of his father. That's why when you will remember that when Balasaheb Thackeray was alive and people were talking who will be the predecessor of Balasaheb Thackeray. Every time it was Raj Thackeray, not we were not considering him as a successor of Balasaheb Thackeray because he has not that kind of quality. Actually, he is not a politician also. But if you are talking about the conversion and the changing demography of the Maharashtra, that the Hindu and the feeling of Hindutva is vanishing from that land, and the Islamism and Christianity it is increasing day by day. So we can put it from some examples like. When it was election has done and the negotiation was going on, Aditya Thackeray with his Shiv Sena workers, he reached Haji Ali Dargah and Ajmer Sharif Dargah to put chadar, and he has wished that the CM should be from Shiv Sena. So this is the fact. This is new Shiv Sena. This is new Shiv Sena. They don't
Somebody
visit.
say that this is not Shiv Sena, Shab Sena.
They don't waste to the Vaishnav Devi or
Some with
Ganpati
the dead
ji or
body like that.
Siddhi Vinayak. He went to the Ajmer Sharif Dargah, and if you talk to any Dargahi of Haji Ali or these persons of Mumbai, they will say this is my party. And now the Hindu are saying this is not my party. So this is the vast difference has created by the Uddhav Thackeray, and please don't compare him with the Balasaheb Thackeray. This is my humble request. Every time what Balasaheb Thackeray has done,
You're right.
he
Yeah.
has done, but we should not disgrace him, and we should not disgrace his work to
But
compare him
Anitaji,
with.
there is question. I'll take the Ajay ji. Why not we should compare the father with the son? Ajay Namola ji. Why not?
नो वो तो होगा आप कभी भी पिता का नाम नहीं हटा पाएंगे यू कैन नॉट
Yeah.
अनीता जी आप
Ajay ji.
लाइक इट्स नॉट अ कंपैरिजन बट यू हैव टू से दैट बाप
Yeah.
ने क्या किया और बेटे ने क्या किया ये तो बात देखिए बिकॉज ये तो
Although Ajay Namola ji,
आप
how do you analyze?
या
I just Vandana ji saying you can't. आप क्या कर
डिसोन
सकते?
बिकॉज ही डिड नॉट डिसोन हिम वो तो है उनकी
Yeah.
आत्मा तो जा चुकी है नहीं है
Yeah. But this is the personal thought of Anita ji also. Anita ji is just saying the another way. And you are saying your thoughts.
no
Ajay
she's
Namola ji,
talking more on an
how do you analyze?
emotional level I
Ajay
can
Namola ji,
understand
how to
that.
analyze the
No,
relation
I
between the
think
father
so.
and son, relation between the party leader and the junior, relation between the governance and the practical for the public? How just you relate the theory
Uh,
and the practical of this Uddhav's government was just the leader of the Shiv Sena founded by Manya Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray.
I think so. I think so. Bala Sahib had more respect among the Hindus for what he has done, and that the same respect is not there for Uddhav. And this Uddhav also realizes. And after the death of Bala Sahib, Shiv Sena has been trying to tone down its
Little louder,
Tamil, this
Ajay. Your
Hindu.
voice is so slow. Little louder, please.
Just a moment.
We can hear him well.
Yes, sir. Now you can hear me?
Little louder. Little louder. Yeah.
It's very clear.
Now,
It's very clear.
Yeah.
now you can hear me?
Yeah.
So after the death of Bala Sahib, Shiv Sena is trying to tone down its Hindutva rhetoric and trying to hobnob with the Muslim people and appease them. So that it is in this, you have to see that in the context of Congress too. Uddhav Thackeray realizes that Congress is gradually becoming irrelevant in the country, and that the same will happen in Maharashtra also. So there will be a fallout of a large chunk of voters, predominantly Muslims, who will either go to NCP or will go to any other parties because of fear of the BJP. And this is just an opportunity for for Uddhav Thackeray to cash on that vote bank, because it is a big vote bank. And as you all know that Muslims, they are Muslims first, and any political work of any political party later. So Uddhav Thackeray understands that if he appeases Muslims, a large chunk of voter will come in its bag. So this is one of the reasons why Thackeray is going all out for Muslims, especially the Marathi Muslims, because it does not want to lose the Marathi Muslims. So now there will be a divide between the UP Muslims and the Marathi Muslims. The UP Muslims will go to the NCP or other parties, and the Marathi Muslims will go to Shiv Sena. And this has come after the rise of BJP in Maharashtra. Earlier, BJP was not this powerful in Maharashtra. BJP played the second fiddle, but after coming of Modi, I mean the Hindu votes have all consolidated for BJP. So now Uddhav Thackeray
And there
realizes
is
that.
there is question. Just you raise, yeah, due to Narendra Bhai Modi, Hindu vote is going to consolidate, and just they are going to unite. I'll ask the Vandana ji and Anita ji just type a break. After break, then I'll just come to you again.
Preview. Preview.
Welcome to break. We're discussing the Maharashtra CM Uddhav Bhai Thackeray. Sorry, I'm just going correct. Uddhav Thackeray. He is not Bhai. He is going to the, I think, the enemy of the country, enemy of the states, enemy of his father, just Balasaheb Thackeray. So, and the Muslim appeasement has just done more than 3 years. The governance is there. And Vandana ji, there's two leaders, Abu Azmi and Nawab Malik. When the Kawadi become the leader, Nawab Malik, one of the Kawadi. There is no English. I think that's why I'm saying that Kawadi. How this is only miracle in NCP and any party. And Kawadi may be the big leader and the earning money. Now he's facing the all trials of the legal remedies. One. Number two, Abu Azmi. They're already trying to uh, trying to make the demographic changes in Maharashtra. In the next 2-3 years, they will just try to dominate on the vote politics. And one point I want to mention here, A.R. Antule, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, in Manmohan Singh 2004 to 2009, he became the Minority Affairs Minister. When I interviewed him, he just after some time he dropped from the cabinet. I asked why you just not a minister. Then he was in very different mood, and he shared with us. I'm just quoting here, because I raised the question of minority in cabinet, and I raised the Northeast and Jammu Kashmir, where there are Hindus are in minority, they should treat it as minority. And on this, my request, this cabinet and PM and Sonia Gandhi, You can understand, just drop me from the cabinet. After that, he did not become the minister. He was just, that time he was minister, and very upright man, although he was Muslim, but he advocated for the minority word as a minority affairs minister in that government. So, Bandaraji, what is it going on, and how just this is the politics is country, Bharat is going on to appease the Muslim? When it will be stopped? Should be stopped? Why not a stop? What's the reason behind it?
Yeah.
Bandaraji.
Uh, Namaskar again. First of all, you said you're not going to call him Bhai. I'm going to say Bhai, yes, Bhai of the other kind, like, Dubai wala Bhai.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And second thing, when you said, I'm seeing the politics more you see, the more you are getting. Every individual party, the regional party, is looking forward to be a national party. You have seen his fate when he came to UP, Shiv Sena. We have seen it, what the outcome has been. We have seen this Pap Kejriwal. He's looking forward to be the national leader because he still got Delhi, he had it. Now he's got Punjab. We have seen that Mamta Banerjee, and who's portraying herself to be, because this has become a fashion now. This has become like, because I live in a nation almost 3 decades, we have seen um, only two-party politics. Only two-party politics. And we do have elections at the same time when it is national elections, like, because I'm just seeing another counter, which you mentioned, appeasement, because giving everyone, what is the result of this appeasement also has, means like, has happened in UP, the outcome. So abhi I have come up with a slogan, jisne diya saath usi ka karo vikas, to be honest, because these people are, I mean,
This
is him chala.
this is not about appeasement. The I'm telling you, we are the so greedy kind of politician. I am not mentioning any party. It's a matter of concern that because we need votes, so we believe to change the demography. We are not considering about our country. We are just thinking about our my chair. This is the basic problem of this country.
This is
This
not
is
the
the basic.
problem only, Anita ji, in Bharat. This is happening because what has happened there, it is happening because inka jo hai na, this goes global. We are seeing the same thing. I am living in the state of Illinois, the land of Lincoln, the Chicago, because we have lost in 2010, when census happened, we lost one congressional seat. We are going to lose another congressional seat in 2020 census. Congressional seat में representation होता है because white
I
people,
know, I know,
हमारे यहाँ
I know,
it's
Great.
more of a blue
I know, I know, I know.
Democrats ruling. So now,
Hmm.
because Texas, where this Howdy Modi thing happened, Houston, it is more of a red state. So all these people are going and staying, means moving to
This is
Texas.
the global phenomena now.
This
This is
is
the
what
global
is
phenomenon.
happening, and people
Now,
need to
this is
realize.
global phenomena because everyone is under the trap of this. This is very strategically. We should understand it. This is not a one-day process. This is not a 1 year process. This is not a 10 year process. They have planned. They have long planned that we have to rule this country, this world, and they are
That's
doing
why
it. And it's a tug of war between Christians and the Muslims. Because if you will see in India, in Maharashtra, not only Muslim, the conversion of Islamism is going on. Another part is that if you will go through the Palghar area side of Maharashtra, that is the tribal area, all at least 20 to 25 villages they have converted totally 100% Christian, and you will find a small temple outside the every house, but inside that temple is Jesus. These
Christian
are the things.
atrocity is soft atrocity, where Muslim atrocity is radical atrocity. So that is
I
what
know,
people have
I
to
know,
realize.
I
You have
know,
seen in Punjab
but
also.
I'm telling you, in India, two side. conversion going on, and we Hindus, we are so divided. We have caste, we have class, we have greeds. We want political benefits, we want some bureaucratic benefits, and everyone has their own lobby, own coterie, and they are doing
That is
it from that
Anita
coterie
ji.
only. So this
Anita
is
ji,
this is very difficult to control in India if the government will not restrict,
Anita ji, that
if
is
the
a matter of
judiciary will
concern.
not be ruled by the government, then it's become a very big problem. I'm telling you, this country is, it is not 10 year or 15 year or 20 year. Very soon you will see that whoever is crying about the I'm minority, and we are not getting that kind of benefits. One in coming years, only Hindu will be the minority. Only Hindu will be the, and my heart goes.
Anita ji, my question to you, and just Ajay ji, and then I'll come to you. Ajay ji, whatever Anita ji raised, Hindu is going to be minority by the next 10 years and 20 years and 30 years, whatever. They are just planned way, very systematically way, and very conspirational way. They are just making the, you are living in the hilly states like Uttarakhand, and how the democratic change is going in Uttarakhand like states. I think I have seen this Nainital like place 86, 90, 95. There is a small masjid of the 10, 20 fits, 10 by 20. Now you see the Mall Road, how the masjid become the big, and nearby the police office, there is a police station. You have seen, Anita ji has seen, all have seen how the bigger one, and there is a temple, just in Nainital, the Naina Devi temple is a smaller one in the place, and how they are going to encroach. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody raising the voice. Again, one example, in the hilly area, how there's going to be the Harish Rawat and Congress made appeal going to make the Muslim university. Nonsense. They should understand the demographic changes. It holds the culture of this country, at least. So, how you people, as Anita ji raised the question, each and every Sanatani Hindus should think on that beyond the caste, creed, and all the fight against this, this discrimination against the community. How you think? How will do it?
I do agree
My
that
one sorry, Ajay, if I'm disrupting you. My one humble request to all Sanatanis of this world, that forget about the caste, forget about
That is important. That is
the
important.
class, forget about everything. Please get unite and save your
Ajay, just
origin,
correct your
because
frame. You
you are
be right
as
side.
in endangered animal. You are like a
Thank you.
sparrow. You are like a tiger. You are like anything. You are in endangered situation.
Okay, you're right, Anita ji. How, Ajay ji? How do you think? How the change the demographic changes? How the society is doing? How the people are doing? Why not people are active?
yes, I mean the reason behind that is, I mean, we Hindus, I mean we Hindus have to blame for everything what is going on, because as you rightly said, as the panelists rightly said, we are not united. When we talk in the political parlance, we are not united. So for that, the Hindus have to unite, and these elections, especially in Uttarakhand, you know, Uttarakhand has been basically a for vote by Hindus for Hindutva, because the day Congress was winning, Congress was winning in the state, but the day Harish Rawat said about Muslim university, and the tide changed immediately, and BJP. I mean, most of I'm not to this thing of the BJP MLAs who have come to power. I mean, they came on Modi factor and Hindu vote, because Hindus are realizing that the situation will worsen if this continues. There's another thing. The Hindu upper caste has to take the onus on itself. You know, it has to be a leader in uniting all the castes. It has to, because it has the power, it has the educational power, it has that hegemony. So it becomes very just the responsibility of the upper caste like Thakurs and Brahmins to come out and unite the Hindus as a one entity, then only we will be able to challenge this Muslim appeasement and this thing, and the politicians go wherever the votes go. If they start seeing Hindus as one vote, as a one vote bank, I mean, they will never go for appeasement, because they'll realize that they will lose the elections, like they have lost in Uttarakhand, like they have lost in Uttar Pradesh. So that is the main factor, is the Hindu should unite. That is the basic structure which we have to follow, and in that, upper caste can play a very important role, because it has the tools, and it has the financial uh, backing, or whatever you can say. Whatever, and once this happens, I mean, you a simple thing, you see Aam Aadmi Party was also in Uttarakhand, but the lower caste, the Dalits,
Every political parties, every
they went
political
for
party.
BJP. No, what I'm trying to say is that the Dalit Hindus, they went for BJP, because somewhere in the mind they also have that, they also understand what is going on. If this continues, this demographic change continues, they will be the major sufferers in the whole process, because it is the lower caste which gets thrashed out by these Muslims, or whatever you call them, minorities, or wherever they gain the demographic changes.
Okay. So the last question I commit to Vandanaji. There is also issue of conversion. The whatever conversion last, I think 20 years, 40 years, 60 years. So only the Hindu is going to convert in Christianity. Hindu is only going to convert the Muslim, but not the major Muslim is going to convert. All the Muslims are converted Hindus now in Bharat and Pakistan and Bangladesh, but they are not going to convert as Hindu one, and no any Christian who are here. Either they are already converted Hindus, Christians are going to convert in Hindu. What's the reason behind it? This is very long, very vast question, but I need the very briefly one. We can discuss a lot on this specific subject later on. Vandanaji and Anitaji.
Namaskar again. First of all, I would like to say, when we talk about the religion Islam and you talk about Christianity, you should know how they were conceived. So Sanatan has been there before, because these are Abrahamic religions, number one. And number two, which is very, very important, the people, those who've been converted, it is now our responsibility to show their lifestyle. What have been the promises to them? You don't see that they've been uplifted to the level of where they've been promised. They still live. I have seen Gujarati Christians, to be honest. I have seen Punjabi cryptos, I'm being honest. And another Tamilians. Names are deceiving. They still have those kind of names which can be like you cannot even imagine, because and they follow the same garba karte hain, wo karte hain, and mandir mein, as Anita ji did mention, hain, aur wo jo Yisoo ke evangelist Christians, those who are spreading, they have all the bhajans with the name of, aur wahan Ram ko hata ke Yisoo kar diya. So again, have the family being uplifted? No, it is not. They are still going to be downtrodden, and that is what people have to realize. And this is what the narrative that we have to set. It is not a narrative, to be honest. I am going to change my words and I'm going to take it back. We have to show the world, this is your generation who converted, and you have a next generation. You see, where do they stand? They are still where they were under the line, but now, after losing your religion, also your faith, at least when they were coming to temples and stuff, we were means like for every Sanatani, because Ram is an East. How could you be? Because if you are going, somebody used to tell me like, come to the church. I'm just telling you. So I go. If I close my eyes, I always tell them, I see my own Shiva. I don't see anybody else, like, because you can make. But is the conversion? It cannot happen. It is just for this, but that also stops over a period of time, to be honest. And I rest my case. Thank you.
So Anitaji, how just see the conversion? This conversion, government should be strict for the conversion. Many state government make the rules and the laws against conversion. But despite all the rules and the laws,
But it is
conversion is
not a
on.
centralized law. It's not. It's not a centralized law. Central government has to bring that law, anti conversion law, the civil code, civil Saman Nagrikta Kanon, Uniform Civil Code, and the population bill. These three bills must bring by the central government only. And this is a trap, and it is coming from since long. Remember the तू ही राम है तू रहीम है तू ही कृष्ण और करीम भी कैसे हो जाएंगे हम? अरे कृष्ण और
What
राम
does mean?
रहीम करीम नहीं हो सकते हैं. वो न गाय खाते थे और ना ही कट्टरता में विश्वास रखते थे. दूसरी बात, अल्लाह तेरो नाम, ईश्वर तेरो नाम. These liberal things should be avoided. Sometimes you should also be a cutter. Cutter not towards the humanity, cutter towards your own protection, towards your own identity, towards your own society, your own family. If you will now committed to these things, it will they will spoil you, they will destroy you, they will vanish you, and you will be nowhere. Remember, Allah is not your origin, your origin is Ram only. We are the successors of Ram, we are the successor of Krishna. We don't know who is Allah, who is Jesus, who is Rahim, who is Karim. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb also, because Ganga should be separate. Ganga, Yamuna is separate. Ganga is Christian. Yamuna is it has a different kind of look. And Jamuni, who is
गंगा भी
Jamuni?
मेरी
Yaar?
है,
I
जमुना भी
don't
मेरी है.
know. This is
Yeah,
Jamuni.
yeah, गंगा भी हमारी है, जमुना भी हमारी
No,
है.
no, they
भाईचारा
don't
में
say Ganga Jamuna. The word is the word is not Ganga Jamuna Vandana ji. The word is Ganga Jamuni. Who is this Jamuni? I don't know this Jamuni, and I don't believe in this Jamuni. Jamuni, who is Jamuni? And who is Jamuni? What is Jamuni? What is the identity of Jamuni? So my Ganga is my Ganga is my identity, and I don't want to impure this pious river with the mix up of this Jamuni, which has no identity. So this is my humble request. Feel above, just avoid this caste, class, and everything, and just get united as your origin is Ram. You are the successor of Ram. If you will not do that, they will destroy you, they will collapse your identity, and you will be find that you are not in history also, like in Canadian, the indigenous, the blood of the Canada is nowhere in the history chapter also. So this will happen if we will not be get aware. And government has also to play very strict role.
So
I'm not
Ajay,
talking about
Ajay
any
ji,
government, either it's
last just
BJP government
concluding.
or whoever it is.
Ajay ji, whatever just anger by the Vandana ji and Anita ji, I think you are already agreed with
अब मैं
them.
तुम्हारा चारा नहीं बनूंगी. भाई रखो,
But
जो
I have
भाईचारा करते हैं ना, मैं
no,
भाई
but I
तुम
have to say,
चारा.
I have to say one thing. I mean,
Actually,
as a
matter of
Hindu,
narratives. Who had made the narratives? What
sir,
for? This is
sir,
totally
sir,
conspirational way
no,
the narrative.
sir, no, sir. I have to disagree at this place that why when you said that why conversion, the conversion is because we as upper caste Hindus have failed our own Hindu society. I mean, when it comes to giving reservations to Dalit Hindus, we are the first persons to raise the raise voice against it. I mean, if we have to think for our Dalit Hindus. I mean, we have ostracized them for long, and if till the time we don't bring them in the mainstream fold, I mean, we cannot do that, and that is the reason why the Dalits, they go to other religions because remember what Modi ji did with the Safai Abhiyan, the Swachh Abhiyan. He raised the respect for the Safai Karamcharis. I mean, and that has been one of the most important factor why all these Dalits have voted for BJP. So we have to give the respect back to those Dalits, especially the Hindu Dalits, uh, so to make them as a one core unified entity. And once the Hindus are unified entity, then only there will be a strong vote bank that can fight the other side of the vote bank, which is Muslims. I mean, when it comes to Muslims, they are Muslims. I mean, they are one vote bank, and they vote in bulks. So till the time we don't do that voting in bulk for somebody we like, I mean, somebody who's attuned to our thought process, I mean, these divisions will happen, and we'll suffer. We as Hindus will suffer. So that is very important, that we work as one cohesive entity, and that should be the Hindutva, whatever you call it, Hindutva entity or Sanatani entity. So that has to come, but we have to give the respect back to the Dalits. I mean, still there are temples where Dalits are not allowed. I mean, we as upper caste have to come out to support those Dalits and get them entered in these temples.
So actually, you may agree or disagree, but whatever
Not in
discussion is on,
on
you unmute. Anitaji, unmute yourself. Anitaji, unmute yourself. You are muted. Anitaji, you are muted. Unmute yourself.
sorry, Ajay ji. I'm a little bit different from you. It was once upon a time that was happened, that Dalit and upper class and all that. Now you will see that there is no this kind of thing, that discrimination, that you cannot enter in your in my temple, and you have this kind of things. It's not like that. But I'm telling you, they have built up that kind of narrative, that we are not coming out from that narrative. Even those Dalits, those peoples, they are trapped in that. They always think, हम तो sufferer हैं, हमको तो शोषित किया गया है. They are getting all the benefits, but still they have that kind of feeling, हमको तो बहुत शोषण होता है, हम तो बहुत शोषित हैं. Arakshan is for them. All the policies are for them, but they are still thinking that हम तो बहुत शोषित हैं. अरे हमको अपर और
Anitaji,
लोअर कास्ट
Anitaji,
से
you are
बाहर
on
निकलना
right
है.
path. It's
हमको
time is
हिंदुत्व
going
पे
to be
आना
up.
है.
Actually,
हम जब तक हिंदुत्व
Vandana
पे
ji,
नहीं आएंगे.
Vandana ji, recently in Gadwal, in a village, some upper caste students refused to eat food from the hands of Bhojan Mata, who was Dalit. So what you have to say for that? I mean, these are the kind of things which we should
No.
avoid
It has
as
again a
as
narrative. Maybe that, maybe I am also. अगर उसका हाथ गंदा है और ये है तो हम नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन मीडिया ने नैरेटिव बना दिया कि देखो दलित था इसके लिए. आपको पता है कि कन्हैया को लोग दलित बोलते थे? कन्हैया कुमार दलित नहीं है. बिहार का सबसे अपर ग्रेड क्लास का से बिलोंग करता है वो कन्हैया कुमार, जिसको कि भूमियार बोलते हैं, जिसके पास प्रॉपर्टी होती है. लेकिन कन्हैया कुमार को गरीब गरीब दलित, वो तो एक दिन पीएल पुनिया बोले थे कि ऐसे दलित गरीब को, गुरबा को ऐसा ऐसा इग्नोर करता है, ऐसा उसको दबाया जा रहा है बीजेपी की तरफ से. हम लोग आप ये बात पे कायम है कि कन्हैया कुमार दलित है? तो हाँ, मैं जानता हूँ दलित. मैंने बोला कि मैं चलाऊंगी इसको टीवी पे, मैं चलाऊंगी इसको
Anitaji,
टीवी पे, क्योंकि मैं जानती हूँ कन्हैया कुमार दलित नहीं है.
actually, matter of narratives and narratives war is already started and began.
So
That
these are
since
the narratives, Ajay ji. We don't get trapped in it. हम लोगों को
actually this is a matter
no,
of
we have
narratives, and
no,
really
we
we
have
understood that, and we should not go in the trap. And what is that Uddhav Thackeray is doing in Maharashtra, that is a matter of the great concern. In coming days, demographic change will affect the vote politics also, with including narratives also. So nice of you joined the show, and we think the show must carry on. We should be aware from our concern, our society, from the all this type of mishappening, just to change the demographic changes. You should be alert. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
India.